Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The huddle come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Block. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, block. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last This run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Flag 2. Strike 60. Black Ultra.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Drill 52. Green Jack. Claw red. Black shot.
They're going to look to throw. Past the 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give, right side. Block. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Turner. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ultra. Cluster, 6. Hey, blue. Blue striker.
Looking to throw. Turner. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll set up a throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that he got into his head a little bit.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Off play action. Turner. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Turner. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Turner to throw on 2nd down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Turner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lock. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
6, 7.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
Ready. Cluster, 6.
Looking to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Turner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Turner rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It'll buy some time right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He'll drop to throw. Fighting through pressure. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Turner. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays. Each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He hits Adams, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Turner. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week,
and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is running. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Black open.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost again.
And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 10.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move?
or I should say moves with an S, because I don't care if you're a great tackler, you had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw is Turner from the gun on third down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. For their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, it's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got done. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here is another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to goal.
They have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they take a knee.
On the double.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them.
Somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. still cooking out the basement. And this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action. Cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We can take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know. Life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold 1 million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can't call. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the Indian grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Put that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause, hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that them gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, living a lie. You know the game. You know what's up?
Tracy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know Kennedy. Cause you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them going, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister. I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers. I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys. Drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs. I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge. Stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat it. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. Yeah. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers, gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters, I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa, bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we get God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers, gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions
here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers, gang in the building, we taking it over.
now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down.